thank you, but we can't due to copyright infringement. Watch your movie. But I was like, I got a rejection letter from Sam Raimi. I'm on my way. When I was starting off in this business, you had to go to LA or New York. So I couldn't afford New York, so I went to LA. Couldn't afford LA either, really. But I moved out there, and it's very humbling. Very humbling.
You did some television acting. You were
I got my SAG card in the X-Files, and
playing a Nazi soldier.
Playing a Nazi soldier. Give me the gun. Give me the gun. Got my SAG card, and then what's funny is that most of my big breaks were in Louisiana. I got a lot of there's a lot of film work in Louisiana, and then of course I fell into anime. I didn't really know that Dallas had so many opportunities until my agent started submitting me for stuff, and then I realized, oh wow, this is all going on right here in our own backyard. So,
when you were a kid, you were really into making up stories, telling stories, doing.
Yeah, I was. When I was a kid, I had a Super 8mm camera. That's film, kids. I had a Super 8mm camera, and I would. My dad bought it for me, and I would make my own little films and productions. And truthfully, I worked as an editor for 8 years, long before I was a professional actor. I was a video editor.
Curse of the Beast Man. Is that right?
Oh my gosh, Curse of the Beast Man. Well, that's a movie. That was my first full-length movie I made. It's a black and white horror film. It's a homage to 50s monster movies. And I started filming it, and my brother's the lead, Matt. My sister Rose is the head villain. My dad's in it, my mom. My youngest brother, Adam, rest in peace. He's in it. All my friends were in it. And we rented out a Holiday Inn off 75 and Walnut or Royal. And we rented out this ballroom. And I was editing that movie until 2 hours before the premiere. I didn't sleep for 2 nights. I got to the premiere. Everyone's excited. We played the movie. I think I was half awake watching it. And then people bought copies. I made a $400 profit. I moved to LA. And my manager, Daniel Slottick, said, Bryan, you could sell this to Troma. And Troma distributed movies like Toxic Avenger, Nuke 'Em High, Romeo and Juliet. So I got to go meet the Troma guy in LA. They're right across from Paramount Studios, Troma Studios. And the guy was more interested in giving me Troma paraphernalia than really talking about my movie. But I got to talk to Lloyd Kaufman, the head of Troma. And he said, hey, kid, I saw your movie, Curse of the Beast Man. I can't sell this. There's no blood and no boobs. But keep it up. Maybe I'll get the next one. So it was a motivation. So I was elated that he even watched my movie. But it's a black and white horror spoof, and it's online for free. Just Google Curse of the Beast Man. I believe it's on Vimeo, which you can watch the whole thing. And yeah, I'm real proud of it because it was my first foray into filmmaking, full length. And my attempt to be Sam Raimi, who's one of my heroes.
What are some of your other influences then? You mentioned Sam Raimi.
Oh, Sam Raimi is a huge one. I of course, well, if you want to get the whole dossier, when I was 5, I wanted to be Walt Disney. I wanted to be a cartoonist. But I had one problem, gentlemen. I couldn't draw to save my life. And that's a big hindrance when you're trying to be a cartoonist. But then I saw Star Wars at 6 years old. And when I saw Raiders at 10 years old, I was like, I want to do this. Whatever this is, I want to be a part of it. And then I started making movies, and my friends were like, you're a good actor, man. You should do acting. So I got, anyway.
Well, and you took a lot of risk. You mentioned dropping in the box for Sam Raimi. You crashed an audition.
Crashed an audition. I did. I crashed. You did do your research. There was a time where I couldn't get an agent, and I was so disappointed in that. There was auditions for Prison Break season 2, and I just happened to crash the audition. I was going to drop my headshot resume off, and the guy said, he was working on a door frame. He's like, you here for the audition? I was like, yeah. And he goes, down the hall. So I went down the hall, and long story long, I got a part. I ended up being in the teaser for the show last week on Prison Break, or this week on Prison Break. And those teasers were where I made the biggest amount of money. I never thought I'd make that kind of money with 5 lines, but
You were on W as well, too, right?
yes, yeah, I was on W. I did have a formal audition for Oliver Stone.
Skeeter,
yeah. Thanks, brother. I was so elated to work with Oliver Stone. It was a dream come true. I kind of previsioned that I would go out and shoot baskets. I'm like, if I make this shot, I get to work with Oliver Stone. And I did. So believe in yourself and believe in manifestation. It can happen to anybody that devotes himself to whatever you want to do, as long as it's good.
Well, so in another way, you kind of came back to your first love of animation.
Yes, I did. You nailed it, brother. You should write my book. What are you doing Thursday? I told my agent after I got Prison Break and other shows, and I told her I want to do voice acting, and she said, "Oh, voice acting is very hard to break into, Bryan. Very hard." And she's right.
For you so far, what was sort of an aha moment within voice acting where you're like, yeah, I'm a voice actor?
Yeah, I would say it was probably this guy, Ladd Russo, that was my first lead in this show. And I won a W award, my only award, a W. And it was 2009. And I started getting all kinds of offers, and I was like, yes to everything. And just saying yes to everything, even stuff I should have said no to. Yeah, I won't lie to you. When there's a friend of mine named Mac, I did a lot of dinner theater with him, and he would always say, like, I'm either going to make him laugh or I'm going to scare the hell out of him. That's what I did with the audition. I said, I'm either going to book this role or scare these guys to death. And I ended up doing both.
So what was your prep for that character?
Honestly, the character that I wanted, I think Chris Rager got that role, because we did this real gruff guy. And I thought, I didn't get that one. Who's this Ladd guy? I had no idea that he was would be such a fun part to play. But for Ladd, I did a little James Cagney mixed in with some Ethel Merman. I had a dream. I dreamed it for you. And then I doing some Jimmy Cagney. And yeah, I just kind of put those two together with a little Chicago. And yeah, it came out like Ladd Russo. How you doing? Hey, what are we doing here?
I just love your rendition of Rockabye Baby.
Oh,
that was hilarious.
Rockabye Baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall. And thou will come, baby. Cradle and all. Hey, what moves me?
What motivates you? What gets you up in the morning now?
Oh, it gets you up in the morning? I got a daughter now. That's a game changer. So I can't use my old joke anymore. I celebrate Father's Day every year just in case. I might be a great dad and not even know it. But now I got a kid. So I love getting up in the morning. I love entertaining people. I love making people laugh. But it's not all comedy. Sometimes I do drama. I just enjoy entertaining people, man. It's I can't explain it if you're not in it. It's like a bug. I love it. I love it, man. It's come to the point now where if people won't put me in their projects, I just go make my own projects.
Which leads me to Galactic Bastards.
Yes, Galactic Bastards. Thanks, man. This is to my animation partner, Joe Brooks, out in California. L.A. Joe is the masterful designer of this show. I play Chase Uranus. This show was almost picked up by FX. The late, great Louis Anderson was playing Skullgoyle, and he took our show into FX after winning the Emmy for Baskets. He was like, I want to do this show. So for 2 weeks, FX had our show on their table, and we thought we were off to the races. We were so elated. And then 2 weeks later, we got back on the conference call. Louis was like, well, they passed on our show, and they passed for a show called Shark. What? That's what it's called. But we just started picking it up again, and you go to galacticbastards.com, and please follow us on Instagram or TikTok or wherever you want. But we got episodes. We got a new episode coming out this week. We have our own studio called Highlight Studios here in Dallas, and we offer classes, demos. John Perot, come over here, John. John Perot's our engineer, and is he in the frame? It's a two-shot.
How's it going?
And John's great. He actually helped me with some of my prints, so thank you, John. Go check out our website. Thanks, James Larrabee. No, I'm glad to be here, guys. I'm sitting next to Batgirl, sitting next to some of these voice actors.
Another Bryan.
Another Bryan Mathis.
Plays your father.
Yes. Bryan Mathis. What's true story? That brought me to what was once Funimation. Now it's Crunchyroll, but we were at Funimation a few years back. And they, Colin Klinkenbeard contacted my agent. They brought me in and to do an interview. But they meant to they brought in the wrong Bryan. Oh, sorry, we meant to bring in Bryan Mathis. I was like, that's all right. Par for the course. But Bryan's a great guy. I love him. I got to meet him. He's great.
Yeah, he plays Garb. You played Monkey D.
Yeah, that's right. We're both in, yeah.
Crazy.
One
Couple
Piece
of
is such a
Bryan.
small world. Oh, no. Big world. What are some hobbies I like, John? My brain is, I think, is dementia a hobby?
Could be.
I don't know. It
You
might
might
be.
forget, though.
Anyway, I forgot. Who are you? I want a jelly donut. What time is it?
Time for a jelly donut.
Time for a jelly donut.
Thank you for watching Anime Diet. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe button for more tasty treats.